Hi everyone, welcome to week 8 in Nadine's family wellbeing journey. I've just found out my ACE score, and Tracy and I had a good catch up regarding that. Like we said, if you're not in a good place at the moment, we recommend not doing an ACE score or going deeper in adverse childhood experiences. Just wait until you're in that better place before watching the videos. So I've got my next video that goes more into ACEs, and then I watch the clip and then we'll go from there.
What does your parents' divorce have to do with your risk for heart disease? If your mother had a drinking problem when you were growing up, are you more likely to suffer from depression as an adult? Here's what you should know about ACEs. ACEs stand for Adverse Childhood Experiences, extremely stressful events that can happen to a child growing up. Some experiences are so stressful that they can alter brain development, as well as the immune system, increasing the risk of lifelong health and social problems in adulthood. The term comes from the Adverse Childhood Experiences Study, landmark research that shed new light on the root cause of everything from stroke and liver disease to substance abuse and mental illness. In the late 1990s, an epidemiologist from the Centers for Disease Control and a preventive medicine doctor at Kaiser Permanente set out to understand the association between childhood experience and lifelong health. They asked over 17,000 people in the Kaiser Health Plan in San Diego about their health history, as well as difficult questions about their experiences growing up. Anda and Felitti tallied up 10 different kinds of adversity in this largely middle-class and college-educated population. They were stunned to see how common ACEs were. 21% of all respondents were sexually abused as children. 19% grew up with someone who suffered mental illness. 28% had been physically abused. And 2 out of 3 respondents had experienced at least one ACE. The researchers next looked at how someone's ACE score, or the number of adversities they experienced, related to a wide array of serious health and social problems. They saw that the more ACEs someone had, the greater their risk for poor outcomes compared with someone with no ACEs. Someone with an ACE score of 4 had twice the risk of heart disease and cancer. Someone with an ACE score of 5 had an 8 times greater chance of being an alcoholic. And those with an ACE score of 6 or more, on average, died 20 years earlier. With every major problem they looked at in the ACE study, the risk went up for each additional adverse experience in childhood. As Dr. Robert Anda says, what's predictable is preventable. It's important to remember that ACEs are not destiny. ACEs are a tool for understanding the health of a population as a whole. For individuals, an ACE score can be a tool for understanding their own risk for health and social problems, and empower them to make changes for themselves and their children. ACEs tend to get passed down from generation to generation and are common across all income levels, races, and cultures. But increasingly, people of all different professions and backgrounds are coming together to discuss how ACEs affect their communities. They're finding new ways to treat and prevent ACEs. Many doctors are starting to screen their patients for ACEs as part of their medical history. More schools are becoming trauma-informed, considering the source of problem behavior when disciplining their students, instead of immediately suspending or expelling them. To learn more about interrupting the cycle of adversity and improving health and well-being for the next generation, please visit kpjrfilms.co.
And that's all about ACEs. I mean, it's completely on point. The fact of the matter is ACEs is passed down by genetics. So you don't know how your parents were brought up, or their parents, how they got brought up, and my parents were brought up. So it's right, you can break the circle by, whatever you've done now, you can change that. I mean, I've been following this journey now for some time, and I've been putting some strategies in place. Yes, I have my fallbacks and have to revert back to week 1 and remind myself, on ACEs and how I prevent this, because I want my child to have an ACE score of 0. I don't want him to have any ACE score if possible. I can't guarantee that. Things can change from now until he's older. However, it's something that I am really passionate about, and something I'm really passionate about helping other parents too. So there were some really good points there. It is a very emotional thread, and it does bring up a lot of triggers for people and me, which I will speak to Tracy on our next catch up next week. And I am an ACE score of 4, and when it come up about normally those with ACE scores of 4 have bad immune or cancer, which I have, but I'm not putting the blame all on the ACE score. It's just the way it is. However, that has obviously had something to do with myself, which is what's giving me it. But again, I'm going to talk to Tracy a bit more about that, because I don't really understand it completely. But it's a good video to watch. It's sad and powerful, especially when you read how the ACE score was built up and what come underneath, and may bring up some real horrible times in your life. But then let's make a difference now with the children. We're looking at doing your family wellbeing journey, like a catch up at the corner. We don't know how that's going to work yet, if it's going to be a Zoom or a meetup. It all depends on the pandemic. But if you are interested in catching up with myself with a cuppa and having a chat about this whole journey, please do private message me, and I'll get back to you once I know some more details. And that'll be along with Tracy and Jane, who works at the corner, who majority of you may already know. And let's face ACEs together, and let's start your journey. But yeah, I'm going to have a good catch up with Tracy about the video and learn a bit more about ACE score and everything. Please like, share and subscribe my videos. Let's help parents out there, and let's make a difference to adverse childhood experiences and change the way children are brought up today, and how we can give them an ACE score of 0. Thank you for watching, guys.